We'll speak about a lesson for life, I mean every day, what we can learn out from Tefilat chana. A very famous story in Tanakh. It's brought down in Shmuel Aleph, Kapitel Aleph, the first Perek in Shmuel, and it's the Haftarah of the first day Rosh Hashanah. Vayhi ish echad min haramosayim tzoifim me'aref roim. There was ish echad. It means not only one man. It means a tzaddik. A ish echad says a medrash every time it says ish echad was a adam gadol, a great man. Min haramosayim tzoifim, from this place that was called haramosayim tzoifim, and his name was Ushmoi Elkanah ben Elihu ben Toichel ben Zuf Efrasi. He was from the family, a very famous family, with a great grandson of Koirach. And Koirach was one man that changed Klal Yisrael for bad, because he started, making fun and making his jokes, like we know from the parsha from 2 weeks ago, and he made crazy the whole Klal Yisrael to go to a revolution against Moshe Rabbeinu. And Elkanah did a good revolution. He did a change. One man, one person by himself, started to do a change in Klal Yisrael. And that times, Am Yisrael, there was no Beis HaMikdash, there was a Mishkan, and the Mishkan was in Shiloh, and people would not do the mitzvah of Aliyah L'Regel. You need to leave your house 3 times a year, Pesach, Sukkot, and Shavuos, and go from where you live to Shiloh to do the mitzvah of Aliyah L'Regel. But it's very hard. It's a very hard mitzvah. Think about it. It's to leave the house, it's to leave everything, and at that times also it's everyone leaving the house. So they could steal. I know it was by, let's say someone is living by the northern border of Israel, yeah? So he's living over there. You have ISIS, and you have Hezbollah, and you have a few good friends, neighbors. And the minute that you're leaving the house and you're coming now to Shiloh, to Beis HaMikdash, what's going to be? Someone is a farmer, let's say. He has the cows and lambs and goats and chickens and eggs and milk, and it's his whole... From that's what he lives the whole year, and now he's leaving everything. There's no iron gates. I know what he had that time. He's going to leave everything. What's going to be? So we have a promise. The Torah promises, the Kadosh Baruch Hu is promising us. Lo yachmoid ish es artzecha be'alois choleirois. No one will even try. No one will want it even. No one is not going to want. There was a very interesting vote from Rabbi Shlomo Zalman Auerbach. Rabbi Shlomo Zalman used to say that there was a pasuk the Gemara brings down in Chagiga. Mayafu pe'omayich bane'olim bas nodiv. Mayafu pe'omayich bane'olim. How nice is your steps when you're walking with your shoes. Bas nodiv, the daughter of Avraham Avinu, that's called a nodiv because he gave himself for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. All the Geirim are called Nadivim. Bas Nadiv, Nadivei Amim Ne'esafu. Why? Because he's giving himself. He's not Mechuyev. He was not born a Jew. He became into the Rikkumon. He became a girl. And that's why it's Bas Nadiv. Avraham Avinu is the Rosh LaGeirim. Nayafu Pa'omayich Bane'olim Bas Nadiv, when you do the mitzvah of Aliyah L'Regel. Nayafu Pa'omayich Bane'olim. Lo Yikanes Adam, there was a Mishnah in the Brachas. Lo Yikanes Adam LaMikdash. B'makloi, u'bepundasoi, u'benaloi she'al raglo. You're allowed to go into Beis HaMikdash with shoes? No. So when you do the mitzvah of Aliyah L'Regel, you with shoes or without shoes? Without shoes. Both, it's right, without shoes. So how you go, you're speaking about Aliyah L'Regel, and you say he's with shoes, the steps with shoes. Bane olim. So it says Rav Shlomo Zalman like this. Let's see how it went. Okay? Someone living, let's say that from the northern border, how much time took to come to Yerushalayim? And now it's Israel, they start to ask for rain, Zayim v'Cheshvan. 2 weeks after the end of Sukkot. Why? Because that's the time that takes to come till Nehal Pras, till the end of the border of the north side of Israel, right? So this takes 2 weeks. 2 weeks before Yom Tov. Someone is leaving his house and he's going. He's walking forward to Yerushalayim, and by night and by day, he's not calm. Before he goes to sleep, he feels... what's happening with the chickens? What's happening with the cows? What's happening with the horses? With the donkeys? I left something in the house. No. So he has chizuk. No, HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, I believe in Hashem Yisborach, it will be okay. but the whole night is, from side to side. If he was going only to one side, he was coming to his house back. But he's doing it from one side and then to the other side. And the other side, and again, he's not sleeping good the whole night. And he comes in the morning, he can't last it. He's going home. That's it. And then the friend comes to him and says, no, come, go on. It's going to be okay. Trust HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Trust Hashem is Baruch. It will be okay. And that he has 2 weeks from climbing up to Yerushalayim and going the whole way, and he's calm and he doesn't know, and he's afraid, and his imagination has all these stories, knows nothing didn't stay, but they should close the door. Why are they leaving it so open later? The cat is going to come in. And the whole 2 weeks from going up to Yerushalayim Aliyah L'Regel is very, very hard 2 weeks. Then, after 2 weeks, he comes to Yerushalayim. He comes into town. He sees the Beis HaMikdash. He hears the singing of the Levim. And the holiness of the singing of the Levim was so nice, it was so beautiful that in 1 minute he forgot everything. He forgot from the cows, he forgot from the chickens, he forgot from everything. He only feels Kirvas Hashem v'ani, Kirvas Hashem li toiv, Kirvas Elokim he feels. It's the best, it's the sweetest in the world. And then he is coming and he takes off his shoes and he goes into the Beis HaMikdash and he brings a korban and everything. And he doesn't remember nothing. He's only, and the biggest Kirvas Hashem that there is, it's the biggest pleasure in the world. Come to this person and ask him, I want to do a picture for you, for the passport, that everyone has his passport, is going from this world to that world, yeah? And I need a picture, your picture that, for this passport, when I should do the picture from you? What means when? When I am Beis HaMikdash over there, between the Ulam and the Mizbeach, okay, they're not allowed to go in, but the closest, and standing over there, and the Akrav Asakorban, and the Levim is singing, and I'm over there, but the biggest dveikus that there is. No. Says Chazal, tells us HaKadosh Baruch Hu, says the Pasuk, Ma yafu pe'amayich, when you, the most nice that there is, the nicest that there is, when? Ma yafu pe'amayich, bane olim. That 2 weeks, with the shoes, doing Aliyah L'Regel. When you was going up and down, and maybe, and now I'm going home, no, I can't last it. That 2 weeks that you was grumbling and umbling and trying to come to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, then he was the nicest. The picture in the passport will be from the way with the shoes, not without the shoes. Because that's what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants from us. The getting, it's very nice. To feel the sweetness of Kirvas Hashem and the good times, it's very good. But the hard work and the nicest time of a person is when he was fighting. Israel, Kisar, Risar. Not Kinitzachta, not because you win, because you're fighting, because you're trying, and that's Israel. Okay, but this is what we're talking about, Aliyah L'Regel. Aliyah L'Regel is very hard Nisoyon, and people stopped to be Oile Regel, stopped to do the mitzvah. Elkanah used to go around. Every year he used to do Oile Regel to Shiloh. And when he used to go up this way, he used to go every year through a different town. And he used to come up there, people asked him, Elkanah, he was God Lador, where are you going? Bayu, Venale, Shiloh, El Beis Hashem Alekeinu, let's go to Shiloh. A mitzvah of Aliyah L'Regel. And every time, everybody came with him. And then a year later, from a different way, and a different way. And slowly, one man brought a change. And he did that the whole Klal Israel should be Oile L'Regel. That tzaddik, that God Lador, the Novi, Elkanah, had no children. He was married to a woman, what was her name? Chana. They both living together 10 years, there's no children, so what do they do? What's the segula? So we see what Avraham Avinu, Sarah, she had no children, so she went and she bought in Hagar to be a Sarah, to be 2 women by Avraham, and that was a segula. Ulai ibane gam anoichi mimena. I'll also have children. She will have children, I will have children. Who did also the same thing? Rachel and Leah brought in Bilhah and Zilpah, right? When they had no children, they stopped giving birth, so she did the segula. So Chana also comes and says, let's do that segula. Shem vayhi Elkanah had shtei noshim. Shem Achas, the first one in the beginning, he had only one, Chana. And the Shem Hashenis, then he had another one that the name was Pnina, but the segula didn't help. Vayhi lifnina yeladim, Pnina had children, ulechana ein yeladim, and Chana has no children. And this is going on 19 years. That Pnina has every year a child, and Chana has no children. Till Pnina had 10 children, and Chana has no children. And every year they go to Beis HaMikdash, and they daven, and they bend down, they ishtach voice. The way of praying that time used to be they go down on the knees, and raise your hands, and that's the way you pray. Rabbi Avraham ben Arambam writes that today we don't daven that way because the goyim they started to daven in that way, so it's like matzeva and other things that the goyim use, so we do different. That's why the way of davening today is like bending down and putting the right hand on the left hand, and this is the way of tefillah today. So you could raise your hands in the middle of davening, but not for too much time, only this is the way of tefillah. But then it's leishtachavois, that time, tefillah was different. It's leishtachavois, velizboyach, and to be korbanos lifnei Hashem b'shiloi. And there was the Bnei Eli HaKoyen was then Kohen Gadol, and his sons, Chokni and Pinchas was there. Vayhi Hayom, comes the day, in Beis HaMikdash, day over there in Shiloh and the Mishkan, and they do the Zvachim, they bring the Korbanos, the sacrifice, the Hofers, and after they come, and comes, there was Shlamim, there was a mitzvah to eat from the Shlamim, and when they come to eat from the Shlamim, so Venosan, Lifnina Ishtoi, gave Elkanah, the Pnina, his wife, Ulechol Banei Uvnoi, and all the children, the 10 children, Manos, he gives them, everyone, is a part. Ulechano, Yitain, he also gives Chana. Mono Achas, only one, she has no children, and even that piece that he gives her, that part, is Apoim. His face is falling down, sad face. That's how the father of the Radak explains. Why? 2 reasons. Ki es Chana ohev, Hashem so garachmo, because he loves Chana and she has no children. Hashem so garachmo. It's the davening so much, the asking so much, the being so much korbanos and promising, and nothing doesn't go. And v'chiasato tzoroso gam kaas ba'avur areimo, and then used to come Pnina and like turn the knife, yeah? She used to come and say, oh, Chana, what did you buy for your children for Yom Tov? Like going to Beis HaMikdash, you didn't buy for them new clothes? Oh, you have no children. Oh, I didn't sleep by night, all night the baby was crying. And like this going on and on and on and turning and disturbing her and be metzero, make a sad. Why? The Pasuk tells us, Ba'avur hare ima, that Chana should daven. She wanted to be mechazek and tefillah. And the way of being mechazek and tefillah was by itching more and more. And she was punished. She was punished with very bad, like Chazal tell us. Adakara yolda shiv'ah v'rabas bonim umlala. Chana then had 7 children, and she lost all the children because every child that was lemaisa. When you look in the Psukim, you see that Chana had only 5 children, and over there she says in the Shira there has 7 children because every child that was born by Chana, Pnina, 2 children was lost. She lost 2 children. And when she went to have, she was expecting the 5th child, so she understood that now Pnina is going to lose the last 2 children from the 10. That's it. So she went and she started to daven for her children, for Pnina's children to stay alive. And that's why this 2 children of Pnina is named after Chana. And that's why even Chana had only 5 children. It's called Ad Akara Yolda Shiva. She had 7 children. Why? Because this 2 children of Pnina is named after her. It's 5, another 2, it's 7. It's very interesting. Chazal tell us in Bava Basra that Pnina, Satan u Pnina l'shem shomayim is kavna. Pnina meant l'shem shomayim. Ba'avur ha'reima, the pasuk tells us it was ba'avur ha'reima. But what's very interesting, that there was a joke that they say in Yerushalayim. They say that joke. They say that how you know that Pnina meant l'shem shomayim, because this amount of rishes could be only l'shem shomayim. To go to someone that's crying and to turn the knife, and the person stops himself. But this is okay. That's a joke, but it's deeper. We're speaking about Pnina, yeah. She meant really l'shem shomayim, but Chana didn't see that you mean l'shem shomayim. Chana was crying. Chana was sad because of what you said. So you meant l'shem shomayim, but you needed to think someone else that's over here, what he feels with what you're saying. And that I'm now l'shem shomayim, it doesn't make, and even I'm really l'shem shomayim, it's not a joke. It's really l'shem shomayim, but you need to think also the other side, there's 2 people over here, how he feels with your l'shem shomayim. Okay, but that's what's going over there. And v'chein ya'aseh tells us the pasuk, v'chein ya'aseh shana v'shana. Every year was the same story. They come to Shiloh, they do the korbanos, they bring the davening for children. The Pnina gets 10 manos, 10 parts. Chana gets all part. She's sad. Elkanah is sad. Chana is sad. Pnina comes and adds on. Every year, the same story. Till 1 year, after 19 years, comes Elkanah. And he comes with a brilliant idea. Comes to Chana. What he tells her? Chana, lama tivki, why are you crying? Velama la toichli, why are you not eating? Why you have a bad heart? You know, what's the problem? You dream, you're still dreaming, you're still believing that you will have children. And that's why every year, it's not every year, it's every month. You're waiting, maybe this time, and that's round, you crash down. And again, you try, and you fall down. And it's desperation that coming over every month and month. And that's called in the Pasuk in Mishlei, Toicheles memushacha machalolev. A long offering, hoping for something, you wait and wait and wait, and it doesn't come. Toicheles, waiting for something, memushacha for a long time, machalolev, it makes sick the heart. So it tells Elkanah to Chana, you know what's your problem? That you believe you will have children. Stop believing, give up, give in. That's it. Chana has no children. Accept the reality, accept the facts, that's it. You're not going to have any children. And then you feel much better. Yeah, I mean, I don't get broken. I don't feel bad with not winning the lottery because I never don't buy, right? And if someone buys and he's dreaming, no, this time because this time he's going to win, and every week, yes, it's very hard. Wow, it's so bad. Don't buy, and that's it. I mean, so Elkanah tells Chana, stop hoping, stop dreaming, cancel all your dreams, cancel Chana. You're not going to have any children. You need children. You don't have a mitzvah from Periya V'Rivya. Right? Woman is not mechuyev b'kibush and milchama and war and conquering and everything. So that's why they are not mechuyev. You don't have a chiyuv. Only what? Could be you want children. Why? Like the Gemara in Kesubah says, to have a mare leyod, to have a chutre leyod, a mare lekvure. To have someone should help you going when you're old. Someone after me of esrim should help you on 20, should help you, should bury. Okay. Aloi anoichi toiv lach me'asar abonim. I'll be for you more than 10 children. I'll be you this Poland's or Thailand's or Chinese. I know they'll help you. I'll pay the money, everything. I'll be good for you more than 10 children. I'll be for you everything. Chana, stop dreaming. Unbelievable. I mean, after 19 years, and it's who's desperate now? Who's telling you this thing? Not the doctor. God lador. Tzadik ador. A husband that's going together with her this way for 19 years is telling her, Chana, stop dreaming. Chana, you have no hope. That's it. What she does? You know what does she do? The first time in her life, she's going to daven. Vatokom Chana stood up and went to daven, to pray, first time for Kadosh Baruch Hu. Till then she never did daven. She trusted Elkanah to daven. Everything what I'm saying is from the Bible. She trusted till today, Elkanah should daven for her. She's trusted someone, Eliyakoy, and she trusted everyone. The first time she understood she has no one to trust. Elkanah doesn't believe in it. He doesn't believe she'll have children. She needs to daven, she needs to pray for herself. And then, Vatokom Chana, and she davens to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Now we need to know that Tefilat that we daven today, from who we learn this Tefilat? From Chana, right? Look in Gemara Brachas, Lamed Aleph, Lamed Beis. We learn Chana, you medaberes alibo, so we daven quiet, and you know, a lot of Hilchos Tefilah we learn from Chana. Before the times of Chana, they used to daven different. She created this Hilchos Tefilah that we know, but before they used to daven different. What they used to daven? So the Malbim says very interesting that in that times it was like this. There was one way of Tefilah to speak to HaKadosh Baruch Hu himself. Now, if you're speaking straight, directly to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, so you can't daven long. You need to speak very short. Like you're speaking to a king. You're speaking to the king, to the big king, so you need to be very concrete, you know exactly what you want to say. Say exact words, be calm, stand nice, dress normal. It's a way of speaking to a king. Even, you know, a prime minister, what should be a president, there was a way for speaking. And you speak of it, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, okay, it's a calm. And you need to be also, like, you see Nehemiah Hatir Shasa, yeah? When he comes in, the first parak in Nehemiah, when he comes into the king, and he's with a sad face. So the king asks him, can you poison me? So he tells him, no, the place of the old city of my parents and my grandfathers is broken down, Yerushalayim. So that's why I'm sad. Okay, so you could go there and fix over the city, and that's how it starts, say for Nehemiah. But you see, you can't come to a king with a sad face. And over here, so this is one way. One way of Tefilah is very short, very meduyak, very focused on what you want to say, and that's a Tefilat HaKadosh Baruch Hu directly to him. There is a different way of Tefilah. That's speaking, if you want to speak long and say over everything, all your feelings, you could speak to the Malachim. Speak to the Malach, and the angels will give over your Tefilat HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You're not asking for them then. right? You ask you from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. What you ask the Malachim, Machnisei Rachamim, Hachnisu Rachameinu, yeah? So it's Midas Rachamim. You speak to the Malachim and you ask for the Malachim, they should ask from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's a different way of Tefillah, that's through Malachim. Now, what's the difference between Tefillahs? If you have like this signs, Tefillah to Malachim is long. Tefillah to HaKadosh Baruch Hu is short. Tefillah to HaKadosh Baruch Hu is quiet. Tefillah to Malachim needs to be loud. That's the difference between Malachim and HaKadosh Baruch Hu. There's two kinds of Tefillah. Chana is coming now and davening to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Vatokom Chana. And she's davening and she's asking for, and she's breaking all the laws of Tefillah. Vehi moras nofesh. The soul is bitter. Vatispalel al Hashem. She's davening straight to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And the Gemara says also very sharp to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Vatispalel al Hashem. And she's crying by davening. Crying by davening? Davening, you're speaking now to the king. What are you crying? Say exactly what you want. And she's davening. She's asking if he'll give me a child. So he'll be a Nazir. And I'll give him HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And Eli HaKoyen is sitting over there. And he's singing the first tefillah of this woman after so much years. And he sees she's crying. And she's davening long. But quiet. She's davening long. ואלי shomer es pio vechano hi medaberes al libo rak sefose on the eyes, the lips are moving, the koilo in his voice, lo yishome, you don't hear no voice. What's happening over here? She's davening to the Malachim, so it needs to be, it could be long, but it needs to be loud. She's davening to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, so it could be quiet, but it needs to be short. And she's davening long and quiet. What's happening over here? He looks on the Urim V'Tumim and he sees, Shin Chaf Rei Shei Chaf Rei, Shikoira, she's drunk. So, after this gigantic tefillah, after 19 years that she stood up to pray, what Eli HaKoyen tells her? Ad mosai tishtakarin, drunk woman. Out till when you're going to drink. What it's an acting and standing over him, Beis HaMikdash, and davening and in the Mishkan and davening when you're shikar. Go out, get out of here. Hasirias yeinech me'aloich. Take away the wine from you and then come back to daven over here. Very nice. I mean, the feeling after first time she's starting to daven and praying to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that's what she gets, the slap in her face. Go out from here. Go, shikoira. So he says, no, my master, it's hard, I'm a hard-going woman. I didn't drink anything. I created a new mahalach and tefillah. I poured out my soul. And all my feelings lifnei Hashem. Don't be done milakaf choiva on what I did. And then he looks again on the Urim V'Tumim and he understands it doesn't say over the shikoira, it says over the kesheira. She got us coming from HaKadosh Baruch Hu through the Urim V'Tumim. She's right. This is the way of tefillah. Come to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and speak to him on everything what's going over on you. Tell him everything. Give over everything. Pour out your soul in front of him. After 19 years, that is the way. That is the way of Tefillah. And then he tells her, go home. You asked from him, and he's going to give you. I'm not giving you a bracha. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to give you the bracha that you need to get. She goes home, and she has a baby, and she calls his name Shmuel. Why? And he's asking, why are they waiting? So they tell him, the Kohen should come and do the shchita. So shchita is ksheira bezar. Shchita ksheira. Oh, he's good, he's smart, this kid, very nice. But what's the problem? Moire hoira bifnei rabbi chayev miseh. And even he didn't learn nothing by Eli HaKoyen until today, but because Eli HaKoyen is the Godlador, so he's a rabbi muvek from old Neador. So what you do? He needs to die. This kid needs to die. It's a mitzvah b'dei shamayim, yeah. But Chana comes to ask from Eli HaKoyen, he should have rachmanas on him, and this child, he should daven for him that this child should stay. So she says, "Ani oisha anitzevas imcha bozeh leispalel el Hashem, el anar hazeh ispalolti." Chazal tell us. If you look into it a minute, it's very interesting. This child, this Shmuel, is great grandson of Korach. And by 2 years old, he's already starting. I mean, he's 2 years old, and he's going already to tell Deus, you know, he has his opinion about Shchita, if it's Sheikh Bazar, when you have God Lador for 90 years sitting over here, and Eli HaKoyen, and the Mishkan, and he's, oh, this problem, you need to end it when it's small. So, as a Chayav is, they're afraid from this child. What's going to be with him? It's too much power in one person, so what's going to be over here? And so she comes, and so that's it. So Eli HaKoyen tells her, okay, I'll give you a bracha, you'll have a much better child. Smarter, clever, better in all the things. Everything better. She says, no. I want this one. Why? So the Reb Shimshon Pinkus Zatzal used to say, that while used to say, this is a oizgibetener kind. A child that you daven for very much and a lot of time is something different. You could get easy. The worst thing that come hard, but they worth a lot. A child that came after a lot of crying and a lot of praying has a different koyach. That's a pshat Reb Shimshon Pinkus used to say. But my father says that lefi this mahalach malbim is very good. You could see how it goes. She says, Ani isha, I'm the woman. Ani tzeves imcha bozeh. I was over here 2 years ago. Leispalel el Hashem. Over here I davened el Hashem straight HaKadosh Baruch Hu, not through malachim, not through no one else. El anar hazeh ispalolti. This is the kid that I got. This is the child that I got. And if now, vayiten Hashem li yesheilasi asher shalti meimoi. If now this child is going to die by 2 years, what people are going to say? It's not worth to daven HaKadosh Baruch Hu straight. It's not worth the comment to do va'esh poiches nafshi lifnei Hashem, to speak about everything to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's a chutzpahdik way of davening, and then you have chutzpahdik kids that die in 2 years old because they might if rabbi. I'm going to lose the mahalach of tefillah, and that I can't lose. If he's going to die now, so that's it. No one is not going to want to daven this way. And that's why she comes and she asks that this thing should happen and this child should stay, and he stays. And then Chana stands and says, "Vatispalel Chana." She comes to daven for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Time is short, so we're going to say only a few points from the Tefilat. But you look inside where the Pirush from the Malbim, it's very nice. He says like this: "Vatispalel Chana." Chana is davening to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and what she says. First, she says HaKadosh Baruch Hu is holy and everything, and he's ain't kadosh kashem, ki ain't biltechon, no one besides him. There ain't tzorke like him. There's no rock or something you could rely on and trust on like HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But al tarbu tedabru gvoya gvoya. Don't make HaKadosh Baruch Hu too big. Don't speak on it like too holy. Because then a poor woman of 19 years without the children could not speak to him. With the kind of education that I got, I was taught, I couldn't speak to him. 19 years from suffering, I never didn't open my mouth and didn't daven. So, al tarbu sedabru gvoya gvoya. Don't speak about HaKadosh Baruch Hu too much, too high, like it has nothing to do with us. Yetzei asok, the words of apikosos, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is far away from us, and you can't speak to him. Yetzei asok mipechem. That words should go out of your mouth. Don't say that words. Kikeil deois Hashem. HaKadosh Baruch Hu knows everything what's going on. Veloy niskenu alilois, and everything what's going on all the ways. He's the one that's planning everything. He's in the world. The world is a world of changing. He's creating all the changing. And a person needs to remember, Raglei Chasid of Ishmael, if it believes in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and speaks to him and knows HaKadosh Baruch Hu is with you, just open your mouth. Everything, with crying, with saying, everything what you have to say over to him, Raglei Chasid of Ishmael, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to keep him and help him. The ones that don't speak, it's because B'choshech Yidamu. They imagine for themselves that they're in darkness. They're not in darkness. Everyone is in light. But they imagine for themselves, the imagination tells them that they're in darkness. Yidamu to themselves that they're in choshech, the Rashoim. And that's why they are quiet in the darkness and they don't daven to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We need to know, Raglei Chasid of Ishmael, or Rashoim b'choshech yidamu. Speak to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and everything that's going over in your life, and every part, with crying, with saying, say over all your feelings, and you will see, Be'ezer Hashem, we'll all sit together. The Yeshua, what Chana is asking in the last words of the Tefilah, Ash yorem oiten oiz lemalkoi, v'yorem keren meshichoi b'geula shleima b'me'erav yamin.